About 2 years ago, Patrick Moore invited us to come to Appleton and explore the possibility of making a play about this town. We had an incredible response from the town from the get-go.
We started off with the history hayride downtown and started collecting stories right away. We had story swap sessions with people, went up to the Appleton Care Center, talked to people one-on-one throughout town, and asked, tell us a story about Appleton.
Ashley and Andrew came to town, and they're really organized in what they do and going out interviewing the people, which not only brings the stories but gets the interest in the community. So it draws up the people who are willing to be on stage and participate and have fun with it.
We were heading home one day, and my mom was looking on Facebook and she saw this thing called the Spirit of Appleton play. So I'm like, hey Mom, why don't I go get dressed from because I was wearing like a really fancy outfit, I don't know why, but so I changed into sweatpants, and then I came back to Appleton and I auditioned, and they said I was really good, so that's how I got into the play.
My wife volunteered me. They were looking for someone to fill a couple roles, and so I've never done any acting experience, don't have any before, never done a play, and she thought it'd be fun, so she did a little call-in and got a role that she loved, and she said, you're gonna do it too. I said, okay, well, that sounds good. So Ashley called me, we did a little phone interview, and then they said, all right, you're gonna be Pythias. I said, who's that? Oh, it's the lead. Okay, but it's been a really fun process.
The cast that we have got on board for this show is dedicated, committed, energetic. They will move mountains for us and for the show. And we couldn't be happier with the talent and energy that has come forth in Appleton.
I live in Appleton, but I've only been here for 3 years. I didn't know a lot of people in town, and this was a great way to get to know people. And people who've lived here a long time have just said it's been great to just kind of get people together who live in Appleton, who are working towards one big project.
The funnest part of the play is watching everyday people that I've been around and watching them step up and do these performances and do it. And people who I didn't really even know were in town, especially the kids. I wasn't aware of some of them. And seeing them and watching them step up and do their performances and have fun with it, that's all been a blast, just watching that unfold and develop.
The first play that was ever produced in Appleton was Damon and Pythias in the Opera House. And this play that we're doing is a reimagining of the Greek myth, Damon and Pythias. And we've set it in the 1970s. And our main character, Pythias, is saving his love, Damon, from an evil villain that comes to town. And in the process, he learns a lot about the history of Appleton and really starts to fall in love with the place that he was considering perhaps leaving. And he travels through time in a magical journey to stop the evil villain from destroying his love and his town.
All right, that's enough. Could somebody please get me a can of Slice?
Oh, it's great. I get to be evil. You know, otherwise, every day, you know, even as my profession as a lawyer, despite what people think of lawyers, I got to be a nice guy just about all the time, you know. Well, I am, but I get to bring out the dark side. It's just great.
They did a really nice job of getting people out of their comfort zone. The first practice, you know, everyone's pretty rigid and timid, and now it's like we're all a bunch of family. You know, it's 50 people that most of us knew each other, but not really well, and now everyone's just ready to have a great time.
I really think the cast is amazing to work with. They've been so supportive and helpful. Ashley and Andrew were perfect teachers to teach me how to be a better actor. So yeah, I'm looking forward to do a boatload of more plays if I can.
So few of even people living in Appleton really understand so much of the history of Appleton. I don't think Appleton's any different than any other little town or big town. But I mean, for instance, hardly anyone in this town knows that 15,000 people came to this town one day for the opening speech of Governor Elmer Benson, the most radical, progressive, socialist governor in Minnesota history and arguably in United States history. They have no idea about that.
So I knew some of the things, and of course I had helped with some of this story collecting. So the surprises weren't so much in the facts. The surprises more were in how Ashley and Andrew and PlaceBase Productions pulled it together and decided to present it. I think that playground scene, I was there in the story swap sessions when the people were talking about how the farm kids and the town kids had this rivalry. And so to hear that story, I was there when it was told, and then to see it manifest in that scene, delightful, really delightful.
This has been an incredible process, seeing a community come together to make this play happen. And I think all the people who've been involved with this show aren't going to forget it anytime soon.
The stories that we've collected have been rich and deep and also sometimes a little bit sad and hard to hear. Appleton's been hit pretty hard. And we really saw our role in this particular community as providing a platform for hope, a place where people could come together and share in the good things that have happened in Appleton's history and come together and think positively about the future.
On the prairie, that's for me. That's where I feel most free.
I would say the takeaway message is just that no matter when times are hard or whether they're going well, you know, you still have great neighbors and a community that isn't going anywhere. Like that spirit will always be here.
This play has really helped knit together generations and different people that would never meet each other. And so now I feel like going forward, there's something to really build on here that's exciting and it has a lot of potential.
The Pomme de Terre is where I'll be. The Pomme